conclusion that maybe D13 should be taking the reins from them. Azalea definitely not going to be the number 2 team within the region. But here we go. It looks like we are loading in onto train. Do apologize for the quick delays. I think we're almost ready to go. I'm assuming everyone's going to be on the server. Oh, I can see no one's in spawn. There we go.
Hey.
The round has restarted. We're going to say hi to them as they're going to look to start things up here and get ready with this next match. I'm also looking forward to tomorrow, which, by the way, will be starting. Was it 3 hours? Yeah, 4 hours later than today. Starting over at 11 a.m. CEST. We'll be kicking off the semifinals. We got Invictus gaming against Vici. On paper, Vici should win, but at the same time, I feel like Invictus always have that potential curveball to throw. They lost them in the group stage. I don't know who's going to win that. I think that should be like an insane semifinal tomorrow.
Yeah, I actually think if we do get TYLOO versus Tiger as well, I think both those semifinals will be really fun ones to watch. Because
I don't think TYLOO is going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a smash. I think TYLOO is just going to rip them apart. I mean, the thing is, they got challenged for the number 1 spot in the group by Beyond, and then they just smashed them. I feel like they're going to do the same thing to Tiger after losing to him in the road to Rio.
I could see it going that way, but I'm hoping that we see a bit of a better Tiger with a few more days of I guess practice under their belt. Hopefully a bit more preparation for them, because I do wonder whether those kind of rumored roster changes have maybe affected them to any extent. That there was maybe talks of some European players coming in, but obviously, they're sticking with that Mongolian team now. Anyway, that's for the future. Right now, we've got to make sure TYLOO can get to the semifinals because they still need to win one more map to secure their spot in those semis. We're starting on train. They're starting on the CT side, and they won't be going for a defuse kit here. Some are buying a full set of nades for TYLOO, while Divine Vendetta get a couple of smokes and a couple of pieces of utility of their own.
I like how Dinko and Blair were talking about how like Asian CS has some of the nicest skins out of like any of the pros, and then you see Dan King with his rusted karambit, awkward knife. Looks like the bomb was trying to go down here, so we have the first kills coming the way here of TYLOO, only losing attacker at the moment as Havoc now is going to be live against 3. He has to get the ace to pull this off, and he gets a 3rd kill. Dan King is slowly left alive. I don't know if he spotted Dan King up in heaven. Well, it doesn't matter. Sully's going to close it out. That's still a very quick round and a very close round, but TYLOO will take it nonetheless.
Yeah, I think I personally prefer it when teams go for the smokes more onto the bomb train on the pistol rounds on train, because I think the most important thing on the T side is just to try and get that bomb planted. If you can just put smokes down and just get the bomb down, that already puts you in such a better position to try and force up into the second round, even if you don't win. But you can see that one smoke on the train is nice. I would have preferred another smoke on the other side of the bomb train, because they ended up not being able to get that bomb down safely. And that means that TYLOO should have a much better time here. But some nice shots from TYLOO across the board, and Divine Vendetta going straight into this B site.
I mean, yeah, the scout shot on the Sully. He's got to be careful. There's going to be overrun potentially, but just has some backup coming through. Bomb will go down, so some extra money going to be accumulated now. Divine Vendetta, the AK of Ezra might be enough to close this round out. Abdal's going to hit the no-scope headshot onto Summer. That was a 3-on-1. His Ezra's going to fall, and that will close things out. I imagine somebody's going to pick up the AK they had over towards upper. Not a bad round, though. Getting quite a few kills, getting the bomb planted. I'd almost imagine they might force up again in this next round. But then again, you can see the funds are extremely low. And I imagine we're going to see TYLOO on a pretty strong buy either way.
Yeah, they can at least half buy on the Divine Vendetta side of things, which is the nice thing. You can at least get some investment into this round, even if you don't decide to go for the full-on force buy. And I think at this point, you are 2-0 down already. It's probably better to just go for pistols on most of your players, although Davdov will be buying the Hero AK, which is something you do see in the Asian region somewhat frequently. Teams like to just try and rely on that one man to carry them through the round. You can already see Davdov taking up the rear here. His teammates are leading the way, and they're just going for this B play once again.
Uh-oh. Nice little double spray down Havoc with a good response. Again, bomb could be planted here. Summer's going to have 2 players left to find on site. Going to force Havoc into a different position with that Molotov being thrown in towards the back of bomb train. Again, it's just the pistols. They haven't really been able to rescue any of these weapons, but maybe they don't need it. Havoc now alone against 3 again, like we saw in the pistol round. He's going to be spammed out by attacker. And again, the bomb will be defused. And TYLOO will get 3-0 lead. And with that bomb plant again, I feel like Divine Vendetta might be able to force up another round, but you have to keep asking yourselves, When will it stop?
Yeah, this time they've got way better money with a couple of players keeping some money in the bank. I think this buy is basically a full buy for them, so they should be fine now into this next one. They can even get the AWP if they want it, which they will drop over to Davdov. Yeah, he gets that into his hands. Havoc gets the AK back. So pretty good for Divine Vendetta. I am slightly surprised that TYLOO didn't play with nades ready on that B site there. I'd have thought they'd had a molly ready in case that B rush was coming again. I thought they might just jiggle peek the ramp and then just try and put that incendiary down to slow down the fast play, but they weren't ready for it. They got caught out again. They conceded the bomb plant. And now Divine Vendetta have got basically a full buy into this round, and that all in the hands of Davdov has already got them the early advantage. He's going for these wall bangs as well. Nearly shot his teammate there, but it is a clean 5v4 for Divine Vendetta to work with.
Thanking. He flashed off the angle. I mean, I think we're seeing some confidence out of him. If you saw it when he got going with AWP on Mirage. I think it's slowly pushed up halls again, so he's gotten a lot of information. He's given them a lot of extra info. You can see attacker watching towards pop at the same time. I think Divine Vendetta need to be careful here. Yes, they have the man advantage, but they have no info over towards the B side, and slowly's going to actually push up on this one.
Yeah, that helps TYLOO out so much, considering they're a man down. To be able to stack with 3 players on A confidently is a really valuable piece of information to have here, especially as the time starts to tick away. Divine Vendetta continuing this slow play style here on trade. 30 seconds left on the clock before they begin to move into the A side of things. Havoc currently with the bomb in his back pocket, but it's Dan King who's playing around these angles. He's not ready for Davdov, though. Pokemon gets one of his own. The trades continue onto the bomb site, though. Somebody coming back with 2 kills, and now the time is really an issue. Slowly could come in on the flank here. He could deny the bomb plant. They have no clue where he is. Slowly ready to do this. First kill is good. He tucks into cover, tries to survive. 1 second left, and Davdov gets it. It's a no-scope at the end to win Divine Vendetta the round.
Oh man, if you shoot Davdov earlier on, maybe that would have been enough. You wanted to go for the planter, it was a smart play, but Davdov's rushing through in the last second. What a clutch out of him. And again, we talked about him being such a strong opper. Coming up big when they need, and he definitely did in that round. That's unfortunate for TYLOO as well. They had so much information in that round. They knew where they were coming from. They had the push in towards halls. They knew the B site was clear. Ooh, Dan King. Alright, well, Tyke's not going to run into that angle. Hiding behind the smoke. He actually might push back into it either way. Davdov's going to almost go for the hard scope around the corner in towards the inner bomb site. Slow's going to be playing up close with the Deagle. They're going to rush straight in towards B. Hacker's going to have the information. He's not ready for the shot, though. They push straight past the train. Catch him off guard, and now slowly... Oh, they go for the plant here. Oh, no, Dan King's going to get the bomb down. And this is a good round now for TYLOO. They have a person pushing. That's Havoc who gets aggressive against them. He's going to die. And what just happened? Davdov gave them a Hail Mary of a round. And even slowly hit the shot onto Eshram. What just happened?
Yeah, this just collapses for Divine Vendetta. Nice kills from Tyke, though. Transfers that spray onto somebody. Still 2 more players against him, though, as he makes noise moving onto the site. Summer was ready, and the bomb plant in the open was the most surprising thing to me. I guess they just wanted to see if they could get it down in a position where it's a bit more visible, but it seemed like it was pretty easy for TYLOO to deny that at the end there. They also just weren't ready for that man pushed into upper. The round kind of descends into chaos for Divine Vendetta, who just lose track of everything. And now for their T side buy into this next round, it is only pistols to work with. So losing that one puts them in a pretty poor position, and it should allow TYLOO to have the chance to build up some money as well.
Oh, somebody can hear it. And it's not going to matter. He's going to fall. Tries to play around the edge, and I can respect it. It makes sense. Dan King's still there waiting. That's going to be a great kill coming through in Summer as well. They really stacked up towards Ivy. Big stack towards the outer bomb side. And with just the Deagle and the P250, they're looking to maybe try to get the bomb down. But that looks like a window that's been shut for them. I don't think Dado's gonna have a chance. Maybe he gets tagged up. I think that was through a wall, or maybe just got legged. Doesn't matter. TYLOO get the round. 5-1 now.
And Davdov could buy the AWP into this one, but it would be without the armor, so I don't think that's something he's likely to go for in this one. Looks like it'll be AKs across the board for Divine Vendetta. Good start for TYLOO, though. 5-1 lead here on Train. This is much more like what we wanted to see from them. It seems like some of their players have started to show up individually, slowly, having 10 kills at the start of this game. Danking started to get involved with the AWP as well. All positive signs for TYLOO. And it is 4 AKs bought so far. I assume Havoc will follow suit, and we should be getting full rifles for Divine Vendetta. I also wonder whether TYLOO have just started to figure out Divine Vendetta slightly with these slow plays that are coming through in most of the gun rounds. It seems like TYLOO are starting to catch on to that a bit more now. And now that we're into another gun round, we'll see if we are in for more of the same as we head into round 7.
Oh, again, slowly pushed up. Gain a lot of early info from this. Too bad they didn't continue to push that direction, because as we can see, there's really not many people to stop them. They're still going to keep 4 players towards outside, and you can see Ezra trying to play anti-flash. I think there's another player there with him. Yeah, going for the boost across. Spam coming down through the smoke too, so TYLOO set themselves up well. Well, Divine Vendetta are keeping a lot of their utility used for the execute in towards this. I would assume the outer bomb site, the split they currently have. But again, TYLOO not really playing too aggressive. Think back to the Invictus game where they like to push constantly around the map. That was flying. Just continually tried to spot them out wherever they did go, especially on Train. Seems like the push will come in. About the 40-second mark through. And Summer, he's already waiting. Oh, the back to a player, though. Gotta be so careful. There's 2 players under him. They won't expect him. And he gets the first. Trying to transfer the second. He takes Havoc down to somebody to get the kill. But quickly responded to out of the T side.
Back into a 2v3 for Divine Vendetta. Here comes Tyke in the back lines. 2 kills in from behind. And now it's up to slowly in the 1 versus 1. 15 seconds left. And Tyke has got to really get a move on here. The bomb's been dropped, but he might have to just play for the kill. 10 seconds left. Can he get back to the A site in time? He may be able to. 4 seconds now. I'm not sure if he has it. He might just get that bomb down. Oh, he gets it in the nick of time. And now slowly has to play on 19 health. But Tyke has got to predict this. It's such a hard round for him to read. He's looking at all different angles. He's looking around. You can see how worried he is of all these positions. But he gets to a much safer spot. Tucked into Ivy. He can sit here. He can be much more safe. He doesn't have as many angles to deal with. And now slowly has to tap the bomb. And slowly is actually sticking this. 10-second defuse. Tyke knows he's not on it, so he plays it safe. Tap for the bomb again. Tyke has to go into the open. Both of them are so low, but slowly lands the shot. He's not in time, though. There's no time for the defuse. Slowly may get away with his life. He just about survives to the bomb. But it's Divine Vendetta who scraped their second round win.
Another round that I would have thought they've been able to win. This time it came down to perfect timing to get the bomb down, like milliseconds until that was going to be a round loss. Thinking about the play before, was it Davdov just in the last second getting a no-scope op shot to win the round. It's been tough. I mean, to be fair, like TYLOO have been clearly playing like the better team. The 2 rounds Divine Vendetta have won haven't been easy and have really come down to that last 1v1 position. Maybe some errors in the TYLOO side, except they're going to hear 2 players rushing straight. Try to get in towards the inner bomb site. It looks aggressive. Smoke put down. Again, trying to play on the edge of it. It's going to be slowly. An attacker. He hasn't been challenged and popped too much. He's definitely wanting to lock down that position. They come rushing straight through. Danking's get tagged down to 8 HP. And they back away, so they bait out some utility. They get some good damage done. They have so much time left to play with. They don't have to rush at all.
Attacker there putting down the defensive smoke to try and hold on to this pop dog position. again, Dan King hasn't been too involved with his AWP so far. He's had 1 or 2 rounds where he's been able to land some shots, but not seeing too much impact out of him, and I was expecting him to be one of the standouts for TYLOO. Attacker, though, with the MP9 ends up getting a kill. He actually must have pushed up Hot Dog there. That is so ballsy from Attacker, but it works out for him. He's able to upgrade to an AK and get away with his life. And now with 35 seconds left, Divine Vendetta have to go for the Hail Mary play into A, where the CTs are ready and waiting. Attacker gets the first kill, and it's just not going to happen here for the Ts. Easy shutdown for TYLOO. They seem to be one step ahead in the majority of these rounds here on this CT side.
Yeah, so when, I guess that's like the better way of saying the point I was trying to make. When TYLOO went around, they're pretty damn convincing. When Divine Vendetta win it, it comes down to a 1v1.
Yeah.
And they barely scrape by, right? So this is not a great sign for Divine Vendetta. And obviously Train was technically in the map pool, or in the series the last time they met when they played in group stage, except it didn't get to the third map. That's the problem. And it was the third map in the series. Dan King on the op yet again still. Up to 5 kills. Still he's on 12. Attacker's on 10. So Dan King and somebody having a little bit of a slow start. So there's only so many kills you can possibly find in a round anyways. I don't know how Divine Vendetta is gonna really like change up their fate here. Change up how these rounds have gone. And they got the pistols. Maybe they're gonna rush in towards the inner bomb site. And well, yep, you're rushing straight into slowly. And the flashbang's perfect. To be fair, they get them the kill. They get the AK. And they should be able to get a bomb plant. This is gonna be tough for the retake.
Wow, Divine Vendetta aren't slowing down either. They're going for this. They're going for the fights. Tyke gets 2, make it 3. Finally, he falls, but Attacker is left alone. And Tyke coming away with some huge kills in the midst of all the chaos there. The aggression from Divine Vendetta, not only to get onto B, but to push even further, is something that TYLOO just were not ready for, something they could not deal with. And they tried to use the early nades this time round, but it still didn't deny this push. Attacker with 1 kill, but the round is already over. There's no way he's winning this. It's just about damage at the end here, which could be relevant. He gets 2 kills, and now Ezram with the P250 is looking to win this fight at the end. He gets an AK into his hands. Attacker's going for it. He wants the ace, and he's actually going to get it there. Ezram was reloading that AK, so Attacker gets all the kills at the end, forces the full reinvestment from Divine Vendetta, but again, Divine Vendetta able to just rush down this B site. This has been a bit of a problem for TYLOO.
I really liked that flashbang. Like, the one they threw to catch him out, I think there's Attacker on the site, was phenomenal. Like, he had such a good angle on everything, and was it slowly or Attacker? I don't remember now off the top of my head.
I think it was slowly, but I'm not 100%
slowly.
sure.
Either way, it was perfect. Caught him out completely. They were looking to rush straight through that Molotov as they even smoked it off. They catch him completely blind. Tyke gets the AK and gets himself 3 kills. Like, that's the power of Tyke. That's what he can do if you get him a gun. That time, not really expecting Summer to be up in towards heaven. It will cost him his life, and it'll cost him Pokemon's life. So 3 on 3. A bounce back so far, and slowly he's gonna fall as he goes for the flank.
Yeah, Summer was doing some good damage at the start of this one, but it's not been enough for TYLOO to actually have the lead. And Attacker with a rapid kill onto Ezram, but he's not ready for the second player. Davdov delays the trade kill, which is something Attacker clearly did not expect. Now it's up to Summer, who opened up the round to try and close it. He needs 2 more kills to add on to his double kill he got from Heaven earlier. Trying to see if he can sneak around and perhaps predict Divine Vendetta's positions. As it stands, the Ts are somewhat spread apart, so there could in theory be a chance for Summer to isolate these fights, but now they're beginning to group up onto A, and Summer's hoping this reposition will work out for him. That bomb's about to be planted, but Summer's coming in from a completely different angle, and they might not be ready for it.
Oh, they lined up.
Almost comes in. Summer only good for 1, though. Havoc lands the long-range shot with the AK, but for a split second there, I thought he might get the double lineup.
Oh, man. That would have been so painful for Divine Vendetta. Lined up into the shot. But again, good recovery out of them. I think Havoc getting the punish on the Slowly, who was flanking from ladder, was phenomenal. If Havoc dies there's another angle given over to TYLOO. They're now going to be on the pistols only as they pick up the pace and rush straight through, and Havoc's going to be the one to spot them out. The information is going to be relayed. He's going to try to go for these battles. CZ comes straight through and he takes attacker down. And that should do the round here for Divine Vendetta. Okay, Slowly. All right. Didn't expect a second kill.
Yeah, not bad. Getting 2 kills there. Still a situation, though, where TYLOO don't get a perfect buy. Danking's actually had to go down to the scout into this one. And you can see Havoc's been having a much better game for Divine Vendetta. I think he's already got more kills here on Train than he had throughout the entirety of Mirage. He's up to 11 frags. He's definitely stepping up in this one. Davdov's had some important rounds for his team as well. Obviously, Tyke with that big 3K got them into this position in the first place. The nades from the CTs, though, getting that opening kill. I think Danking might have landed a scout shot, which allowed that nade to get the kill. Either way, they combined for the kill between them. TYLOO get a clean and easy start to this round, but it's straight back to this B bomb site for Divine Vendetta. They're loving this B site right now, and Slowly is unable to stop them.
So I'm trying to throw in the Molotov to stop them from pushing towards the connector side, but somebody's going to be there. 3 kills. The bomb's going to be down. Davdov's been dinked up. He's on 18 health. Yeah, he might be able to rescue the bomb, but he's not going to be able to stop them from aggressing onto him. And that will be another round taken for TYLOO, but that was a quick switch of pace yet again. I mean, Divine Vendetta, they've shown they can take the inner bomb site. They've been able to overpower Slowly multiple times, but this spray through out of somebody. 1, 2, and 3. I just won the round. But, I mean, at the same time, Divine Vendetta have 5 rounds already in the T side. They're obviously a stronger CT-sided team. But on Train, I don't know how well of a CT-sided team they really are. How good of a CT-sided team they really are.
Yeah, that round's a real shame for them. But we need to see Slowly do a bit more in some of these rounds. As that B-site anchor, he needs to either at least slow them down or preferably get 1 or 2 kills before the push comes into this site. He's just not quite ready with these timings. I think he's not quite ready for the pace of Divine Vendetta on some of these fast B plays. But in this one, it's not about the B-bomb site. It's about Ivy, where the early trades are going down. And what a flashbang that is. Summer gets set up for some easy kills, gets set up for success. And it's all left into the hands of Pokemon. Not any longer.
Yeah, nice flash. Really good capitalization on that, too. I think it was actually Summer who flashed him. Actually, no, it was Danking. Even flashed in there, too. I don't know, Divine Vendetta, like, 2 of the rounds have been very close. The other 3, they've been able to just completely overwhelm their opponents. Taking back to the pistol-only round they had. Tyke gets a 3K with the AK that he gets. I believe that was from Slowly on the inner bomb site. And actually going to reinforce inner off the bat here. Really prevent any sort of fast, quick, aggressive play. They're only up against the pistols yet again. Potentially a knife to go on the board here for TYLOO. And somebody is a little aggressive there, but still gets 2 kills. How has he not been turned on yet? There you go.
Oof. It's the Glock that gets him in the end of Pokemon, rather than anything else. Summer moves into position, realizing that these long-range fights should be very favorable against what are only the Glocks right here. Davdov is desperately looking for this, and oh, come on, Summer. Come on, mate. You got to get this eventually. Davdov still just has the Glock. He's somehow still surviving. Dan King has just decided, screw this. I'm running in with the pistol, and I'm going to finish the job. 9-5 for TYLOO. Divine Vendetta, like you were saying, at least getting these 5 rounds on the board, they've been able to scrape together a reasonable amount of rounds. They prefer if they could get this 6th at the end here, and they will slowly but surely be buying up across the board. I think this is the first time we've seen the double AWP setup come out from TYLOO, though.
Yeah, the very first time. A little bit late into the half here of their CT side. Look at that, though. 3 players over 100 ADR. And somebody at 84. Danking's been having a really rough time. 44 ADR, 6 kills. I mean, to be fair, him and somebody have yet to hit 10, but you have Attacker on 18, Summer on 16, Slowly on 16. And the other side, I mean, Tyke, he's had a couple of moments Ezrum's been really struggling. 3 kills. He was one of the players I was talking about a lot when we were on Mirage. It's like connector control safety side was so dominating, but I think we've seen that Divine Vendetta are a team that struggle on T sides of maps. I think this might be doable. Like the 5 rounds might be enough. A 6 would be ideal, I'd say, for them. Especially when it comes to the pistol run. If they lose that, then they already kind of set themselves behind.
Ooh, strong setup here on the B side of the map. So many CTs here waiting, and Divine Vendetta do an okay job on the trades. They're trying to see if they can get onto this B site in time, but Havoc has got a couple of different angles to deal with, and now Pokemon is pretty far removed from the round. He's been the last man alive a couple of times for them, just away from the rest of the squad. Unfortunately, he's been left in many situations like this, where his chances of winning are slim at best, and Attacker takes him away at the end there. 10-5 for TYLOO. As you said earlier, Dan King being a bit slow on this one, but some of those other players really coming alive here on Train.
I think if they get themselves a strong pistol round and, you know, take the first 2, maybe the first 3, get themselves set up with an op, maybe a double op, because him and Davidoff and Havoc can put up a decent double op setup. We see it on maps like Dust 2, where typically Havoc's the one to pick up an op over Davidoff. I think then we got like a strong game on our hands. I am a little bit worried though, because TYLOO's T side, it can be really frustrating to play against. They're very willing to just flat out rush you. They're very willing to just play super slow, keep you guessing. They'll play, you know, these defaults that if you do get aggressive, then they're gonna punish you for it. You already see here, like they have a player over towards Ivy, quite a few players over towards, well, it was Pop. They go back up, try to challenge on anyone pushing in towards Halls, and well, Tyke will get the first exchange, so not bad. He's somehow able to escape as well with only taking minimal damage. He's been forced completely off the upper position. And I like this. Get the man advantage and save it.
Yeah, nice stuff at the start of this round for the CTs. They'll take that all day long. TYLOO's still making up their minds in this round. Summer's got the few pieces of utility. The smoke and the flash into this one, which might allow them to close the distance with these Glocks. Smoke has already been deployed. The flashbang's about to follow suit. And the play into A is set to come through. Slowly trying to move through Ivy, but he's quickly dealt with, and that is a quick bunch of kills for the CTs, just denying everything from TYLOO here. Summer looking to move back to B, which might actually work for him. If he gets the timing right, he could get onto the site here, but Tyke has arrived, and Tyke will deny him. Divine Vendetta winning that CT pistol and making sure that we very well may have a game on our hands.
With no bomb plant. I wonder if TYLOO force. I would imagine I'm just going to save the next round. Then again, it's TYLOO, and something about that sounds really odd to say. Okay, so just some nades. And I mean, I imagine these are going to go in towards Z.
Oof. It's the one CT nade that actually does all the damage. That's a shame for TYLOO. And now that
respect the hustle.
Yeah, you got to try something. Now that nade stack has failed, though, I'm not really sure what they can do here, to be honest. It sounds like they're just shooting out all the windows across the map. TYLOO are like, I want to at least kill something in this round, so they're all just killing windows, I guess.
Spamming away. I mean, again, you can use this as a little bit of a timeout. Talk some things over. But this should be a clean round. I think it's whether or not they can prevent maybe, you know, the SMGs from being the ones that get the kills. Though Pokemon's already going to be waiting towards Ivy. Tyke's going to be in close proximity as well. Ezrum's going to be under Heaven. Actually, no, in Heaven. Let's see how many kills can they get. Fox rushing straight through. So many angles to cover, and well, 3 kills. with SMGs. Maybe the fourth can come in a second as Dan King's left alone. He's going to have to go for the reload and rushes into CT spawn. How does he actually escape? He's going back into the fight. Divine Vendetta will close the round out. A lot of money built for the map.
And here come those AKs for TYLOO. Not too many nades. Weapons in play for Divine Vendetta, though. Those 2 MP9s have been carried over into this round. And Havoc was trying to get aggressive with that MP9, but the Molotov forces him away. Somebody will have been spotted there. Smoke goes down from Havoc just to keep himself safe. Both teams holding back in their own areas of the map. Pop Dog has been taken by TYLOO as well. Although Tyke is playing up close here. He may get flashed in. There it is. The flash not good enough, though. Attacker gets the kill, but Ezram's there to follow up. Still TYLOO win out on the opening trades, though. Ezram might have something to say about that. He's going for this fight. He just wants to get this kill. Oh, it's so awkward between them, but finally Ezram gets his second kill of the round, and he's going for more. Tries to see if he can do even more damage, but it's TYLOO who are getting all the kills across the map and leaving Pokemon alone.
I respect the confidence. I mean, Ezram had 3 kills in the first half. But he's definitely not playing like he only had 3 kills. You can still see, even though Pokemon's the last alive, how cautious they're being moving in through halls to get in towards this inner bomb site. I think for TYLOO right now, it's about keeping all these players alive. Making sure you maintain these 3 AKs, because you know Divine Vendetta is going to come back to next round, most likely with a bye. Of a force up, if anything. So playing it slow. Playing it careful, and well, the bomb will go down. And Pokemon's immediately just going to go for the save here.
Gets a nice AK as well. He is the man who is shortchanged with only $100 in the bank, so saving this AK is for himself. And it would be important to allow the buy into the next. Again, though, TYLOO just really winning fights across the map in that round. Seemed like it did just kind of come down to a bit of a scrappy one, but if TYLOO can keep on winning rounds like that, I'm sure they'll be happy. And somebody straying out alone. What? I don't even know what just happened. He seemed to spin round on the spot, but Pokemon gets that first kill. Oh, a second kill as well. That's really costly for TYLOO. Their money couldn't really afford to lose those guns at the end there. Look at their cash. They might be missing some nades in this very next round, and they definitely won't be saving any money here. So that's a bit of a risk taken at the end that might be costly for them.
Yeah, I was surprised that the second player challenge. The first one I can understand. You don't know where he's defending from. But the second? I mean, obviously taking the AK away would be nice. I mean, you can see Pokemon got the Deagle in hand. He gets over the... He's got at least the utility to use behind this. Ooh, Tyke. Okay, well, Tyke gets a quick little double. Very similar to Mirage. Dabla's still on the bomb train. He's actually going to push out. Red and Dan King almost expecting to be here, but he keeps his back turned towards Connector. Now Dabda has a chance for the 1v1 against Attacker. Well, he had a chance. That was quickly shut down on, and I believe somebody... Did he spot Havoc there? I think he might have spotted going back towards CT spawn. So the bomb's quickly going to rotate over, and this should be a bomb plant. And I think Havoc and Pokemon want to rescue those AKs they just dropped. Or collect any of the weapons they possibly can.
Yeah, such a scrappy round here. I'm really surprised, especially by Dan King, just having his back turned. He is one of the players who's probably the least experienced on this TYLOO squad, so maybe that comes into play, but giving away his life a bit too easily there. And here is one of the AKs recovered by Havoc, but Pokemon's not been able to get a gun for himself, so it's up to Havoc to see what he can do here. Flashbang about to come on through. There are players in the back lines for TYLOO, though. They've got some pretty strong spots to try and watch this bomb. It's been planted in the open as well. Havoc looking for this initial fight, but somebody takes it away from him. And now Pokemon only has the dig. He's going to get on the bomb and just pray. He's just going to sit and pray, but it's not going to happen for him. Attacker comes in with the kill. TYLOO up to a 12-7 lead, and it looks like they might be taking over here on the T side.
Yeah, they broke the bank out of Divine Vendetta. Timeout coming through. Last timeout again. You know, I respect that. I always get frustrated when teams don't use their timeouts, especially when one team starts to run away with a game. Even if it's not for you to talk things over, it's just to slow the other pace down. You know, take the momentum away, maybe freeze them out a little bit, like you see. I mean, I guess only really in like American football. Maybe in baseball you'll see that a bit. And what was his name? Dave the Drone
Yes, Dave the Drone.
coming back in, Mr. Double D himself, Mr. Worldwide. I guarantee he's a better singer than the person who says that.
Probably.
Definitely a better rapper.
What's Mr. Worldwide been up to these days?
Hopefully
haven't heard from him in a
not
while.
making music.
Hey, I'm trying to think of a Pitbull song that I like, but I don't know if I can.
Because there aren't any.
Yeah, that's probably the reason, Jason. Probably.
I'm not saying that. I don't even know if that's really a song what Dinko just suggested to me, or he was just asking me to do something for him. Oh, this is awkward. Somebody's got two players directly to his right, and he sprams out. And, well, it just continued to be as awkward. Just the pistols coming through and Havoc's left alone. They get 2 kills at least. Keep the economy in check out of TYLOO. That's going to do it. Another round built up for TYLOO, 13-7. They are 3 rounds away from getting through into the semifinals, where they'll play against the winner of Tiger and Beyond, which will be our final best of 3 of the day.
A bye comes out for Divine Vendetta, and it's really important for them now that they win this one. Davdov's got that AWP into his hands. He's been a bit quieter here. Then again, we were saying earlier, Dan King over on the TYLOO side wasn't doing too much with the sniper either, but that just means if Davdov could start to have more impact with the AWP, if he could take over, that could be a way back into this for Divine Vendetta. We'll wait and see, though, as Havoc over on the B side of things is stuck with the MP9 in this round. And TYLOO might be able to make the most of that because they are all grouping up, ready and raring to go towards this B bomb site. I assume if they are going to commit to the B play, they'll have a bunch of nades being lined up here. The problem could be that Davdov is also close by with the AWP. They've got this double stack setup to try and see if they can go for the bait and switch at upper, and this might work for them.
Watch this. Somebody's going to hit this shot when he rounds the corner.
Sure.
He goes for it.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I was right. He hit the shot.
Okay.
I didn't say who it was on to.
Okay.
We're going to take the inner bomb site. Davos just gets gooshed up.
Ooh.
Even hits the leg shot somehow onto attacker. Gets the finisher onto him as well. Looking for the second, but he won't be able to. This is a big round to lose here for Divine Vendetta. Ezra the last alive, and he's got to save the gun. There's no point to go for this. TYLOO going to get up to 14 now, and they are just walking away with this game. Oh, that was so unfortunate. I mean, I'm not sure how I felt about the push through the smoke with the SMG, but... well, it didn't work. And not really enough damage was done for that risky of a play.
Yeah, he may have been better off sitting back there at the close corner with the MP9. That could have worked for him. I guess he was just scared of ramp, though, so decided he had to try and push in. Didn't want to get isolated, and then ends up jumping into the opponents, which was never going to work. Ezram, okay, he didn't have his gun out. That was scary, but he survives at the end. Saves over the M4. And we're going to see it again here. Havoc. Oh, just wanted to jump in and have a nice friendly hug with some friends. Unfortunately,
I could hear him just saying, just hear him screaming, "Wee!"
Yeah, exactly. He just looked like he was having a grand old time.
Look at the buy again. Divine Vendetta. They got the M4 saved. They got Ezram looking to get aggressive. This is the only rifle they're going to have. And it's gone. I got Havoc with the SMG. And, well, now Tyke's going to fall as well. Actually, maybe they did have 2 rifles. I didn't see Tyke had one. Not bad. Doesn't seem to really change the way the round's going, though. Davdov has gotten 1 kill. Gets the tag onto attacker. He's low on HP. And they do have stack in the right place right now.
Ooh, Havoc gets naded on the site. And Pokemon has been the last man alive quite often. He is in this one as well. But the 1 kill is all that's going to come through for him. TYLOO up to a 15-7 lead. And even though Mirage came very close, was very intense, this one has been much more one-sided here for TYLOO. Divine Vendetta getting a few rounds sprinkled in there throughout the first half especially, but here on their CT side, they just haven't been able to win with any consistency. They haven't been able to keep their money strong enough. And that means that they're probably going down and out here. 15-7 behind. It would have to be an incredible comeback for the CTs, but at least they get one last chance to go for the buy.
Oh, Davdog doesn't hit the shot. Summer, slowly. They're going to take over this outer bomb site, end the game right here, right now, but Ezreal says no. He doesn't want to go into another loss. He wants to keep their hopes alive here, but Havoc's going to fall on it, puts it all on Ezreal. He needs the ace. He needs the clutch. You're going to need a lot more rounds than this. He's going to be peeked out at the right time, slowly catch them perfectly. Ezreal's going to turn around. Dan King's going to walk directly into this, and Ezreal with just 2 bullets to the last 3 in his chamber. Now on the one-on-one, what a way to go out here for Ezreal. Nade comes in, and that's going to do it. That's rough. You hear the dink, you just know it's going to be over, and that is the 16-7 coming through. TYLOO will advance further on into the tournament. They'll make it their way into the semifinals, where they'll play against the winner of Beyond and Tiger.